Welcome to the Occult Rejects. This episode, I got a very special guest. Somebody I had the pleasure of meeting. I got to meet the person before they even came on the show, which is nice. It's a little different. I already know the guy's not crazy, so I felt comfortable having him on. So, and he definitely, we definitely hit it off real well. Actually, we became kind of, I guess, booth buddies real quick, and we both shared some common interests. And he is in the paranormal, and he's got a really interesting place that he took a look at that I think actually fits this show perfectly. So before we introduce Eric, we're gonna introduce the other rejects that are with me. And we got my man, the Headless Giant. What is going on, sir? How are you?
How you doing? I'm the Headless Giant. You can find me on YouTube or on Twitter and Instagram at the Headless Giant Podcast. And also, if you have any sort of interesting paranormal stories like we're going to be talking about tonight, about anything, you can send them to my email at the Headless Giant Podcast at gmail.com, and we will read those out on Thursdays. And also, I have a show with Ethan on Sundays called The Trilogues, and I'm doing a series on the rustic gods of Greece with Jules, usually on Fridays. And now I've got Alchemy Monday. So check out one of those shows and hit the bell and like and share the videos because I'm doing a lot nowadays. People are taking it all from me. Go ahead.
Yes, and definitely if you send in any stories, please, let people put in your information, and I'll send out some stickers for you if you want to mail that. So there's an incentive to send in your story. I'll send you out 8, very much like the magician, keep it magical. We'll get 8 stickers. And just a reminder going forward too. I got to look at the calendar. Actually, I could probably talk to you about it tomorrow, Headless. We can set up a date. Hopefully, middle of October, we will start going through 777. Aleister Crowley's book 777 is basically the
Mr. Crowley.
Yeah, basically the Bible of rituals and symbolism and all tons of stuff. And it should definitely spur a lot of I guess banter and probably self-experience and whatever throughout the book, some of it at least. So it should be interesting. And that's it out of me. And Ethan, my man, Ethan Indigo, what is going on, sir? How are you? And thank you for making it.
Honored to be here with you guys. I always learned so much from Nick and Headless and Rick and Eric. I know this is going to be dope. Thank you for bringing your presentation. Easy to find online. I write frequently, and like Headless said, on Sundays we do the trialogue, and I got a few books on Amazon too. So definitely appreciate everyone's support. Yeah,
thank you very much. And finally, the guest himself. We got Eric from the Haunted Files. What is going on, sir? Please let everybody know.
I didn't get a damn sticker.
Oh, you should have taken them. They were all over the table. You probably put them, right? You felt bad.
I know. I probably forgot.
I'll mail you some. I'll send them out to you after the show.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
I'll plaster them all over my equipment box. How about that?
There you go. Yeah, maybe I'll send
you
think about that.
Speaking of crazy, like someone to come on your show and start singing Ozzy. I don't know. We're gonna find out if I'm crazy after this show, right?
No, well, if you're crazy, I mean, you're like my type of crazy. It's fine,
But anyway, I'm Eric Vanderlaan. I have a show called The Haunted Files on Paraflix. It's the most viewed show streaming right now. You can check it out. You can have it on your smart TV, YouTube. I'm not YouTube. Roku, Apple TV, all those streaming platforms. You can go to paraflix.com, and if you want to subscribe, we do have a discount code, which is the Haunted Files 25, and you'll get 25% off the annual rate.
Oh, nice.
And we're not the only show. There's a ton of amazing shows there. And we do have an episode that we're going to talk about tonight of a place that I've frequented that's tied to Mr. Crowley in a way.
Yeah.
Aleister Crowley.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, you can find me on Facebook as Eric Vanderlaan, on Instagram as Ghost Hunters of South Florida. And I have a podcast live every Monday night. but it will be, we're rebranding it. So we're going to be launching it next week, called The Haunted Files Unplugged. So check that out. And that'll also stream on Facebook as well, on our
Mhm.
The Haunted Files Facebook page.
Awesome. Yes, and hopefully, not putting him on the spot, but I mean, he's already told me, but should be appearing on that show at some point. So definitely check it out.
Yep.
So
Yep.
check out for that. And yeah, Eric, before we even get into the spot that you went to, I guess kind of like with everybody with the paranormal, I always ask, what was it that got you into the paranormal to begin with?
Well, I actually got into this as being skeptical.
Heard
It's
that
pretty
before.
funny. I used, like, when Ghost Hunters came out, like, I don't know, like 20 years ago. Like, that was like my favorite show. Like, even when they like would go and investigate a place, and they would say, like, after researching it, we determined that it's not haunted. So yeah, that's what got me into it. And it was like more of the locations and like things that were happening and they were getting. And I was like, man, because I've always been into the unknown. I'm pretty old, so I used to like watch like In Search of and all those shows. And yeah, so like I'm in South Florida, so we got some pretty crazy shit here. We have St. Augustine, which is the oldest city in the US and probably one of the most haunted cities in the US. You got you got Key West. In Spanish, it's Cayo Hueso, which in English means Island of the Bones. That's how the Spanish discovered it. Key West was a burial site for the the Calusa Indians. So when they discovered it, there were bones all over the place. So super active. So I don't know, maybe like about 15 years ago, I just started dabbling into it on my own. I started going on ghost hunting tours and stuff like that. And then I joined up with a team in Miami and was with them for about 3 years. And then after that, I went to War Party Paranormal and created the War Party Paranormal South team. And that blew up, and no longer with War Parties, just focusing on the Haunted Files. But I also do interactive events down in South Florida at historical haunted locations where people can, get to investigate hands on with all the equipment and everything. And I've been doing a lot of them. I mean, I've done 15 already just at one location at the Deering
Oh,
Estate.
wow.
I go there tomorrow night and Thursday night. But that's considered the most haunted location in Miami, and that place never gets old. And that location is the location that started everything for me. Um, so yeah, and it was funny because like when I first got into the paranormal, I was like all about the equipment, trying to get evidence, wanting to know where the hot spots were, setting my equipment, wasn't getting shit, getting frustrated. And then when I went to the last team, they were a very eclectic group. We have psychic mediums, we have Wiccans, we had a pastor, Reiki master, and they all like taught me little things that I incorporated. But mainly, it's like your most important tool is not the equipment, it's your brain. And when you go into a location, you got to open up your mind. And like even like the subtleties you may think might be coincidental may not be, because your mind is trying to rationalize things. So that's what I do now. I open my mind, and it's almost like to a point where like I don't want to say like I'm intuitive or anything like that. Everyone has that. They just have levels of it. Most
Yeah.
people don't, are very low. But if you can work on it and get it stronger. And that's what happened to me. So when I go to a location, I don't know why, but I follow whatever pulls me to a spot, like gut feeling. I don't know what you call it, but like it's just like when I walk into one room and I'm like, okay, something like a light bulb lights off, and I'm like, this is where I need to investigate. And
Well,
crazy shit
Eric,
starts happening.
male ghost hunters are all equipped with their own dowsing rod, so it's not hard for us to find the right way to go.
Right, right. No, I do use dowsing rods. I use old school methods, new school.
You're muted.
Dowsing rods. I saw there was finally really got to see some. Well, oh, that's right. I watched Brooke use them. Brooke and somebody else had them with them the day before I met you. But even when I was at this last event, the lady next to me was actually like, that was like kind of one of her gigs, and she was even like selling them. But yeah, like that was her thing. Like whenever people sat down with her, like she was using those. That
Oh,
shit
I
was
get
super
crazy
impressive.
stuff on dowsing rods. It's like they're
Yeah,
like
that was,
on
yeah, it was
point.
wild.
When I do them, like at certain locations, like the Deering Estate, for example, it's crazy. Like I'll give like a perfect example. I always ask like, who doesn't believe in the paranormal, and I like always pick on them. So I'm doing a dowsing rod session, and I got a spirit box going on, and I'm like, can you point both rods directly to the person that doesn't believe in spirits? And it points to the guy. And then I'm like,
And he
can
got
you
it
tell
right.
me what his name is? Spirit box says Alex. That was his name. All in the same
Beautiful.
session. It was
Wow.
pretty wild. And he was like,
Yeah, that's bugged out.
give me the slip.
Didn't change his mind one bit, did it?
Maybe. I don't know. It's like with me, like something crazy will happen, but I won't believe it because I'm like, God, there's got to be a reason for it. But then it takes me like, I don't know, like a day or so. I'm like, damn, that shit really did happen.
I've even thought of that too with certain experiences I had. Like when it
Yeah.
happened, it's just like, I'll think about this tomorrow. Not
Yeah.
right.
No, me, I'm like trying to find an answer. I'm like, there's got to be an explanation for this.
Right.
But the location we're going to talk about,
Yeah.
and I mean, we got some crazy stuff in there. I mean, to the point where like we were like, okay, we got to cut it and we got to leave because it was just getting too much. Like seriously, like being serious about it. Like it got to the point where like we're like, okay, things are getting like a little weird and we got to leave because things happened like along the way. Even like things started happening. Should I start talking about it?
Absolutely.
Well, actually, real quick, just what kind of equipment did you bring with you for this? Or did you guys use?
So of course we were filming, so we had our cameras, night vision as well. We have thermal cameras. We definitely need thermal cameras because this location is a prime location for python hunters. Yeah, in South Florida, we got a big python epidemic in the Everglades. So anyway, so yeah, we definitely needed well, we try to get there when it's light because we got to check out the place to make sure we don't have any surprises at night. We got recorders because we're doing EVP sessions, trying to get electronic voice phenomenon. We have data loggers that, they're going to measure changes in the atmosphere like temperature, EMF, humidity, pressure, even vibration. We had spirit boxes that, if people don't understand what that is, they sweep. It's like it's a radio, and it automatically sweeps through the stations, and you hear the white noise, and they say spirits can communicate through that. Among other devices, enough that we could put on a backpack, like between the four of us that went there.
That's awesome. That sounds like a lot of shit.
Yep.
Nice. Did you want me to play the trailer before we talk about it, or?
Yeah, that will like give people
Hell yeah,
a visual what the place is like.
Deep in the Florida Everglades sits a once secret NASA contracted rocket test facility. Built in 1963 for the sole purpose of testing different types of rocket fuels to launch astronauts to the moon. Now a hotspot for urban explorers and local python hunters, this facility is also still being used for satanic worship and occult practices.
We found actually like probably about a 50-foot pentagram, red spray painted pentagram.
Yeah, let's get out of that room. There's so many upside down crosses and dude.
In the middle of the pentagram was a 3-legged chair, and at the base of that chair was what looked like a pretty large blood stain.
What's the odds of this thing saying Satan, when we're here, specifically looking to see if there's anything dark here to confirm what the python hunters found.
Let me ask you this. What happened?
It was a moan, a loud moan.
I got it on here.
Whoa! I heard that too.
Yeah, it was pretty serious.
It was.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
That place is wild.
that was the most bargain basement Delphic Oracle I had ever seen. They got the 3-leg stool right in the middle of the pentagram with a bunch of pythons around. So, I mean, come on.
And you know what? That's not the only building where they're doing shit. I found another building because this is a big complex and it's spread out all over the place because they were firing the rocket engines out there in the Everglades. It's massive and it's like all like it looks apocalyptic. It's all overgrown and everything. So there's an other one, maybe like a quarter of a mile away from that building, where I walked in and I don't know. Well, I'm from South Florida, so we got a lot of different cultures down here, and people practice a lot of weird shit here. I don't know if they were practicing some type of Santeria or black magic or voodoo, but it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. You know what Beanie Babies are, right? Well,
Yes, sir.
there were like, I don't know, maybe 8 Dora the Explorer Beanie Babies in this one building, but they were strategically placed in different spots. It was really weird. Like, why would someone go 3 miles out into the Everglades and the only way to get there is by foot or bike just to do that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, people have found bodies from people that were missing, dead bodies. We've heard disembodied voices there. Um, Maybe like 3 months ago, they found another body out there. It's a perfect spot to like dump a body. It's crazy.
Oh. So, like, I guess, what was it like, kind of like, if you don't mind, maybe even take us through, like, as you were pulling up to the place, like, was there any, like, did that even feel, like, ominous or anything, or?
Well, this is what's crazy. And talking about like sometimes I don't think a lot of things are coincidental. So we've been planning to do this trip because South Florida, it gets really hot. And if you're in the middle of the Everglades, you don't realize how bad the bugs are. It gets so freaking buggy. Like I got one episode where you can just see we're in IR, video in an IR, and you can night vision, and you can see like swarms of mosquitoes going over my head. So we always try to do it on cool months. And we don't get a lot of them down here in South Florida. So we planned a time to go there, and Mike, my partner, and we had this other guy, Joe, and my girlfriend Franny with us. Now, Franny and I are smart. You know, we take our bikes, but Joe and Mike, they're lazy. They like to take electric scooters, and they got to be fully charged. I mean, there was a time we went there before, and Mike like was just pushing it to the limit and ended up running out of juice and had to walk the thing for a couple miles back. And those things are pretty heavy. So anyway, when we tried to make that first attempt to film this location, Mike had like it was like pretty much a brand new scooter. He had checked it out, never had a problem with it. It was dead when we were there. So it was like I felt like it was almost like a sign, like someone didn't want us to go there. So we rescheduled, went back. I think maybe it was like a month later, and we started biking there. And it was a little bit warm during the day, and we're all in backpacks, and they're stuffed with as much equipment as you can put on. And my girlfriend Franny, she's like trying to be like one of the guys, but she's like, you've seen her, Nick. She's like 5'1", 5'2", and she's
Yeah.
packed like we are riding a bike. So we get to one
Yeah,
spot,
she's
and
small, actually,
yeah, and we get to one spot to take a break, and all of a sudden, she falls down. And she's sitting on the ground, and we're looking at her, and all of a sudden her eyes roll back and she passes out, falls backwards. And Mike's like, dude, we got to take her to the hospital. Within like I don't know, like not even a minute, she got up, and she said she was fine. But when she got up, she turns to the side, and there's this big ass rock with a pentagram symbol on it. So I don't know if that was like some type of sign. So we probably shouldn't have pushed it, but she didn't want to go back, so she wanted to continue. So we ended up going. And then we just started getting like crazy evidence while we were investigating throughout the night. But just like trying to get there was like quite a mission.
So do you think this place is cursed?
Well, this is what I think. So if people don't know the history of Aerojet, they have a facility in California, and I believe Jack Parsons like either ran it or owned it. He had a strong tie to Aerojet. And if people don't know who Jack Parsons is, he was the father of rocketry. Very smart person. But he also dabbled into the occult. That's why I'm on this show.
Yes.
And if anyone knows who Aleister Crowley is, he was like pretty much a disciple of Aleister Crowley. So I think that people that are dabble in this type of things down in South Florida found out about that. They went there to start practicing things. I don't know, maybe to like pay homage to him. Maybe they thought they can get, I don't know, like they were like practicing black magic. Maybe the magic was stronger. I don't know.
Well, it's interesting, the technological companies that were involved with anything related to nuclear technology, which Aerojet and ballistic missiles and rocketry, right? I don't know the extent of their involvement, but I know they're involved. It's interesting that you would think on the surface it wouldn't be so tied to the occult and esoteric and paranormal, but as it turns out, the Manhattan Project, even, that they were saying that there was sightings of UFOs, if you will, but other kind of.
There's a lot of shit we don't know. I mean, my ex brother-in-law is a retired colonel in the Air Force and used to work for the Pentagon. And I could only he used to go like in front of the house to get like weapons approved for the military to use that they were like testing, and he would never talk about it, but I could only imagine some of the shit that he knows. I mean, look back like in the 1960s or 50s when the military was like, testing with LSD and all kinds of other shit.
Well, more specifically about Jack Parsons and his history with ritual magic. Him and L. Ron went out to the desert and tried to do this, the Babylon working, I believe. So they're out there for days at a time, presumably buggering each other. And, they have this falling out. And Jack Parsons loses his girlfriend to L. Ron, who basically kidnaps her and takes her out to sea. Right? So Jack Parsons is supposed to have summoned up a hurricane, which blew them into an unfriendly port.
He's supposed to use like some Mars talisman or Mars invocation. I remember them talking about that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, you know what's crazy?
I wonder if he has something to do with this massive hurricane that's out there.
Yeah, Crowley even told him to, according to Strange Angel. And I think it was actually possibly documented. I think he even warned him too, saying that Elron was a fucking scumbag, scam artist.
Right.
Pretty much. Jack Parsons still didn't listen, and he got fucked by Elron.
But this location is the only location that we get things related to the location, meaning like we do a spirit box session. We're getting devil. We're getting Satan. This is coming through a radio stations that's sweeping. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not coincidental, you know? Like, I even got a video where it says devil 3 times. Oh no, it said Satan 3 times. And then in the clip that you saw towards the end, that was again, you heard devil coming through the spirit box, which was clear as shit. And then my friend Mike had this device that he was showing called the Ovilus, and that has a word bank of words. I don't know, maybe like 300 words. I'm not sure exactly, but it's also there's like antennas on top of it, so it's sensing changes in the atmosphere, and they say the spirits can manipulate the atmosphere and pull words off that. And we're getting ghosts, we're getting like Satan, like 2 different devices. And then on top of that, I like lost time for like about a minute. Like I like just completely spaced out and I didn't even realize it. And it's on that episode where there was this one room, like you were seeing the one, there's several rooms there where they were doing shit. There was one room that had like 666, the pentagram, and some other symbolism that I didn't understand what it was. So we were doing the dowsing rod session, and it was like right on point. And when we finished it, Mike and Joe like walked out of the room, and so did Franny. But like I stayed there sitting, like I was with my recorder in my hand, like I was going to do an EVP session. And Mike was like calling me. He's like, Eric, and I wasn't replying back. And him and Joe walk in there, and he's like, Eric, and I'm like, just like blank. I'm just sitting there, and he goes to Joe. He's like, is there something wrong with him? And he's like, yeah. And it was weird. Like, I don't even remember that happening. All I remember was just sitting with my recorder, maybe doing like getting ready to start an EVP session. But like, I blanked out, like I froze. It was just really weird. I don't know.
Somebody hit the pause button.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that you bring up the devil in relationship to this magic stuff. So Lamb is supposedly this angel that Crowley summoned and spoke to, and he drew a picture of it. It kind of looks like a gray alien, like with a really big head and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
so they think that was the start of like the gray alien phenomena when it comes to UFOs and like abductions and stuff. So that was in the 1940s, and so it sort of changed the nature of these different phenomena. At least
they were doing crossbreeding, right?
Right.
Have you seen that image
And
before?
also,
Eric, have you seen that? Have you seen that image before that he's talking about?
The gray alien?
Yeah, the lamb that Crowley drew.
No.
Oh, okay. I'll pull it up for you so you can see it at some point.
But there's like so many other places there that I haven't even checked out yet. And I've already investigated it like 4 times, but you got to be there like for a couple of weeks. It's so big.
Is it now open as a park, or do you have to sneak in?
Well, yeah. Well, first it was kind of sort of open. No one really said anything. Well, it's right near Everglades. Okay, got you. I have seen that.
Yeah. Yo, it's crazy. If you know where I pulled this off of? Wikipedia. Gray aliens. This actually comes up under gray aliens.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't watch that. There was a mini series on Jack Parsons called Dark Angel on Amazon, and I think I went like, it's so long. I think I got through half of it. I gotta watch the rest of it. I'm like the worst paranormal investigator. You think I would already watch it like 5 times? I kind of like to go in blind though. I don't like. I feel like we feel like if we go in blind and then whatever we get, we can compare it because we don't like influence it. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say sometimes I think knowing a little bit too much might like kind of influence your reason.
Yeah, like Mike, he doesn't know. He doesn't want to know nothing. In a way, I sort of do because I use that as like a trigger to like try to get communication. So I try to like, I don't know, try to relate.
right? Yeah.
I think the blind method is so useful too, especially with other researchers that watch your stuff later on and they're like, all the pieces fit together, and these guys had no idea what they were fucking with, you know?
Well, we do a sensory deprivation experiment.
Oh,
We didn't do it there that night. Didn't really have to, but we're gonna have to go back and do it, see what kind of crazy shit we get. But we do what we call the Delco experiment. It's a blend of the Estes method and the Gansfeld experiment. If you know what the Estes method is, it's
Well, you
you're
put
sitting
the-
with headphones, listening to a spirit box with a blindfold, and then you're just spitting out whatever you hear, and then someone that can't hear you, that you can't hear, is asking questions, and you're trying to see if the answers and the questions match up.
Damn.
But we blended in with the Gansfeld experiment. So instead of using the blindfold, this was back like, I don't know, in the 60s or 50s when they did this. They were testing for ESP, and they would put ping pong balls on the subject's eyes and shine a red light in their face. And,
Hold on, you got to say that again. This is right up his alley, dude. You got to say that again.
Okay, so the Gansfeld, so we do what's called the Delco experiment. It's a blend of the Estes method and the Gansfeld experiment. The Estes method you've probably seen with the blindfold, the headphones, the spirit box, the blurting out whatever they say. But we put it up a notch and blend in the Gansfeld experiment that they did back in, I think, the 50s or 60s to test for ESP, where they would put ping pong balls on the subject's eyes and shine a red light in their face. And then someone on the other side would put up cards, and then that subject, and they would listen to white noise instead of like a spirit box. It was just white noise through a headset, and then they would blurt out what they saw on the cards. So when we do it, it's freaking wild. I mean, I'm not really sensitive, but like the first time I did it, I was blurting shit out that was from a murder suicide that happened next door 5 years ago.
yeah.
Like from the boy's name, his age, his last name, it was crazy. And then when people who are sensitive, we had like, I don't know if you know who Patty Negree. She's frequented Ghost Adventures. She's the Good Witch, the blonde psychic medium that guest stars on
Yes.
there.
Yes.
We've had her do it, and she told me that like this is like almost like having an acid trip without the drugs, like for her. What she
The
was
ping
seeing, we were
pong
in
balls
Virginia.
make you hallucinate.
Yeah, it can, because you stare into the red light, and some people see images, some people get touched. I've seen like a shadow go in front of me, and like, how in the fuck is a shadow going to go in front of me if I'm staring into red? Because they're luminescent. They're goggles that are, like steampunk goggles, so they cover like you
Yeah,
can see
sure.
outside,
You had
and
him at the
then
table, right? I think.
and then they're luminescent panels, red panels, and they can be completely lit. You can have them strobe, and you can have them flash. Now you think like, oh, I'm gonna have it crazy. I'm gonna let strobe, but for me, I think just staring into them lit, I get a better experience. So we've had Patty Negree. I don't know if you know the New Jersey psychic medium April Doucette. She's done it, and it's all blown their minds away.
Yeah, I would
And
definitely.
now, we take it up a notch. We do transcranial stimulation, where we do the same experiment, but we got this hat on with electrodes that stimulate your brain, and you can turn it up to make it, strong. So, like, pretty much you're zapping your brain. But people use it for therapy, for like, for treating like memory loss. I don't know. I think it was like depression, things like that, anxiety. It's actually something that they do use in the medical field, but man, when you're doing
It
all
sounds like
three
you
of those
reverse
things,
engineered a god helmet.
yeah, sorta, yeah. I mean, when I did that experiment for the first time, I don't know if you ever heard of the old hospital on College Hill in West Virginia.
Oh,
It's like it's like in the middle of nowhere. It's like mining town, and there's a famous story there that there was a guy who shot a police officer and was in that hospital. And the police officer, supposedly, when he was in the hospital, he ran out and threw himself out the window. But some people say that that did not happen, that the police officers came to visit and threw him out the window. He actually survived it. He cracked a rib, and I think he had like a collapsed lung, and then eventually he died not too long ago. But we were doing that experiment with the transcranial, the Gansfeld, the Estes in the hallway by the room. I was by the window where he jumped out or was thrown out next to his room. And towards the end of it, I felt like I was going to pass out, but it was really weird. Like I was on point on calling things out. I was calling things out on his death certificate. That was like, I didn't even notice it when we got there, but it was like behind me on the wall. Like all his information, like talking about the coroner and stuff like that. It was weird. But what like I felt like I was at one point on a stretcher going down the hallway. I was laying down and I can see like the lights like flashing. Like I was getting that feeling. It was really weird.
Do you think the tools that you're using in combination to get that kind of psychic state require that in combination of the space, or could you utilize these in a kind of remote viewing setting as well?
Well, it's
And get
funny
the
that you
same
say that
thing?
because we've messed around with it. I don't know if you ever been to Tallahassee, Florida. There's a haunted bar called the Warrior. It's like a sort of like a little like music venue where bands go there and play. And it's also like outside of Tallahassee, so it's out in the woods, and it's a known location for Bigfoot. Um, we had, if anyone knows Stacy Brown, um, Bigfoot Stacy, he's a researcher in that field. His
yeah,
dad
he's
is
got
like
some
really well
crazy
known.
experiments on the same sort of field, doing all sorts of similar
DMT.
stuff. No, he uses frequency and like several people in series. So he's got some sort of a frequency device that he sets up at haunted places, and he gets similar effects.
Yeah, it's funny because he wanted to do the Delco session. We did it like on stage in front of a crowd at the Warrior. He's like, I'm gonna take this show to Vegas. I don't know what happened to Vegas, but yeah, he's a very cool dude. But the cool thing, what we did was we had one person do it in the bar, and then Bigfoot Stacy, Stacy Brown, we went by the bank because there's a river there, and that's like they've seen like not too far from there. Like I don't, I'm not a Bigfoot researcher, but you know, like how they had the beds of shrub like pushed down, like they were like laying there, like they discovered that there. So we were doing FaceTime. So we had someone by the river, we had Stacy, and then we had, I think it was Chaz. I forgot his name, but anyway, he was there, and it was just weird. Like a lot of stuff was like hit or miss, but the hit that was really weird was Chaz was in the I was down by the river with Stacy, and Chaz was in the bar, and he was talking about fishing and fishing rods and fishing reel, and I look down on my foot and I see like a bag of fish hooks. So I don't know, coincidental, but I just thought it was weird.
It's interesting.
So yeah, we've done it like in two different locations, like trying to mess around with it, but
Yeah, those
we're always
goggles,
trying to do something different.
those goggles that you were talking about, you did have them at the event that I met you at, right?
Yes, I did. Yep.
That's what I thought. I saw them on the table. I was like, oh, those are nice.
You want me to bust them out?
Yeah, yeah, you got it. Yeah, yeah. Can you show
Hold
them on
on,
the
give me
screen?
2 seconds. Don't
yeah.
talk about me. I got my
Nah.
headphones on. Just joking.
Yeah, he had it on the table. You know what's
Oh
interesting?
shoot, I don't have it. Franny has it.
Oh,
Damn
damn.
it. Uh,
Right.
I can show a picture.
Have you ever heard of dicyanin goggles?
Say that again.
Have you ever heard of dicyanin goggles?
I think so.
Got-
Why does that sound familiar to me?
They're aura viewing goggles where you're looking
Yeah,
through them and you can actually see that. Yeah, I got a
that's
pair of
right.
those.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. you
I
do.
know someone that does aura photos of people, and like at events, she'll do that and like sell them to people.
That's interesting. Yeah, I got to check those out. But
Let's see if I can give people a picture, a visual of the Delco experiment.
so at this place, how many rooms were there in this one building? You think you're saying again? Well, obviously, you know.
So this one building actually wasn't where a rocket engine was being tested.
Yeah.
It was I don't know what it was. I mean, it was really kind of it looked like a load. There was like a loading dock there. I don't know,
It
but
was like a warehouse. type thing?
so yeah, almost sort of like a warehouse. So you pull in and there's a loading dock. So it's like 2 levels, but it's open. And then if you go to the right, you go down the hallway and there's a big open room, and then there's smaller rooms like on the left going down the hallway. And you, then you go a little further down, and to the right there's like restrooms and lockers and stuff like that. But this is the weird shit. To the left, there's 2 rooms, got more satanic cult graffiti type stuff I don't even know what it was. I need to put up some pictures. Maybe you guys can tell me.
Yeah. What was some of the stuff
But
that you said was in that place before?
I gotta find some pictures for you guys. But so there was
Instagram on the floor,
so
too.
like to the left of the restrooms, there's these 2 rooms, and it was really weird. So one room you go in, and then next to it is the last room, but next to both rooms there's a wall with a little a frame window, like someone cut out and put actual frame around it,
Hmm.
just enough for like someone to crawl in it. Like Nick and I could probably crawl in it easy. Actually, all of us. My friend Mike, there's no way to be able to fit in there. But it was really weird because that room had a door to the outside, like a metal door, but it was welded shut. Like someone purposely welded it, and there was a mattress in there, and it just had a weird shit in there, like she died, she was young, and there was like stains and stuff. And I got to show this picture. I got to find this. It was just wild. So
That feels like some processed church shit, to be honest.
So I go in, so I'm like, I want to go in there and I want to do an EVP session. And we were there, and I hear a loud bang on the other side of the metal door, and there was like no one out there, and all of us were dead quiet. And I don't remember what EVPs I got, but like I think I got maybe my name called out in there. It said Eric, so it was pretty weird. Let me. So yeah, that was that. And then there's other ones where you could see where they were doing. They had rocket engines in there because the rocket engines were like sort of in the ground.
Oh, really?
Actually, and then it was weird because it was like a ramp that goes into this building, 2 levels, but like all open, and it was almost like the rocket engine went up the ramp and maybe it like tilted in and they fired it. Um, and actually maybe like a mile out, I haven't even had a chance to go out that far. There's still like an underground silo with a rocket still in it, and people were going in so they had to cover it with these cement pylons. But if you actually go there and stand on the pylons and peek in it, you can see the rocket still sitting in there. It's pretty wild.
Damn. Sounds like a spot to
Well,
go.
all across the East Coast, there are Nike missile batteries that are
Oh,
still
all over South Florida. Yeah, I've seen them. There's actually one that's not too far away, and everyone was saying it was an insane asylum, but it wasn't. Yeah, because like South Florida, they were like I mean, Kennedy thought that, Cuba was going to send missiles, and we had all these Nike missile sites all over South Florida.
I used to live in Northern Virginia. They're all over the place. They're lousy with Nike missile silos.
I want to find these pictures.
You also said it was I noticed in the video there's a like a pentagram on the floor.
Yeah, like if you see or Python Cowboys footage that was in the beginning of the trailer, you see the pentagram there. Actually, Python Cowboy is like a famous python hunter in South Florida, and actually, I found out about this location watching a python show. And these guys were going to like a prime location to look for pythons, but they said it was haunted. And when I saw where they were going, I'm like, oh shit, I need to go there. I'm going to share you a picture of me real quick with the Delco goggles.
Is there any stuff there that almost seemed like babble or just didn't make any sense at all that stuck out, or you remember?
Say that again?
Like just stuff like maybe phrases or just like it didn't even seem to be like a regular word. I don't know. I'm just trying to like get an idea if there was anything like else there that maybe you wouldn't have picked up on.
We've gotten disembodied voice in another building, EVPs. We heard a woman like yelling, and this is like at night, and it's just us. This wasn't even with Franny, and it was to the point where like we had to walk out of the building and start looking around. We even looked with our thermals to find heat signatures to see if anyone was nearby, and nothing was there.
Do you remember which way the pentagram was oriented in terms of north, south, east, and west?
That's a good question.
Oh yeah, I even wonder how like the way that the
I
place
want to say
where it was facing.
I think it was facing. It could have been facing north and south. Like the point of it was facing north. If I really think about it, it's kind of hard to align like that area where my exact location. I would have to like.
Right.
I know I did a Google Earth on it before I went there because I wanted to get a close up shot.
Dude, you're missing out. You always got to have a little magnetic compass because sometimes those things go absolutely fucking nuts inside of
that happens at the Deering Estate. I always bring my compass at the Deering Estate. It's a place in Miami. It was fluctuating 30 degrees each way, and nobody was moving. We're just like standing there in shock, like looking at it. It was crazy. Oh wait, here we go.
Right,
can you share that picture?
Yes, sir.
So what we did is this is the pentagram. It's kind of hard to see it because it's in the dark. But so you guys didn't see the part. Well, when you start driving up to this location, you start seeing weird shit off the side of the road. The first thing that I saw was a doll's head sitting on a pile of rocks with the upside down crosses sprayed all over on the rocks. And the doll's head sort of looked like this. And then it had an upside down cross, like an ash on its forehead. So my buddy Mike created a REM pod that looked exactly like it. So it has a static field. So if anything gets close to it, it'll alarm. And then where you see these lights here, this is a tripwire. It'll light up when it senses EMF, electronic magnetic frequency. So that's going around the pentagram, but it's kind of hard to see there. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can find anything else. Everyone's seeing my shit. I'm getting close, guys. I want to have more pictures.
Yeah.
It's interesting that the something I've been kind of seeing or inferring from different people who are studying different aspects of the paranormal broadly, if you will, that now it seems like people are starting to recognize or find that
Yeah.
there's something, that fusion of all of these things, as you kind of alluded to in the beginning, as you were talking about it before I cut out. I apologize.
Oh, it's okay.
That there's this fusion of the phenomena broadly, right? That mind, is it the there's this inexplicable aspect that kind of brings Bigfoot and the UFO and voices together,
You want to hear
and
something
nuclear
funny?
technology. Sorry, what was that?
No, you want to hear something funny? I hate to interrupt, but you're talking
No,
about
please.
Bigfoot and UFOs. So that location is also that area is known for skunk ape sightings, which is our version of Bigfoot down here.
Oh shit. Huh. That's interesting. Why does it seem to come up a lot with like UFOs and orbs?
A lot of people think that the orbs are just projecting the images of these beasts and like UFOs. So like somehow this is like the seed of consciousness that then gives form to these other things to scare you off or something.
You know, I've heard a lot of crazy things. I don't know if you know Britt Barbieri. She's based out of Tampa. She had a
Yeah, she's been on
show.
here.
Oh, okay, yeah. So she's like
Actually, I'm supposed to get it back
psychologist.
after Halloween. Nice.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she thinks it could be like a certain type of species, and then you got other people who think maybe it's extraterrestrial. Like I know, have you ever heard of Jessica Jones? She's in
She's
Georgia.
She's
she's
been
been
on.
She said she swears to God there's a portal that they come in and out of. I'm like, come on, Jessica, really? She's like, no, I'm gonna take you there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, how come they haven't found like a skeleton or anything? Like, how elusive can it be? Like, we found prehistoric animals, you know? I don't know.
I also,
Maybe
you know what
I
else I
don't know.
was thinking about too? You always only see one. So I mean, like, if that's all there is going around, how the fuck are these things still procreating? Oh, there's got to
Well,
be. I mean,
actually, I've
you see,
seen.
the family's somewhere else, but like you only ever see one.
You know what's funny? Like not too long ago, and I don't know where I saw it, but someone got captured like three of them together. Like two of them were young
Oh,
and one was
fine,
older.
right?
I think I can't remember, but it was like multiple. But like I don't know, you're like always skeptical. You're like, oh come on, is that real? But I know I put shit that I've captured, and I'm like, I know people's gonna say like, oh, you probably made that up, like or over dramatized it, but
For trauma.
that's the thing with our show, The Haunted Files, is like when we're investigating, we're just showing what we're capturing at that moment, and it's for you to determine if you think it's paranormal or not. We're not going to over dramatize. We're not going to call everything, the devil and all that stuff. You're going to see what we get. I started out
Uh,
doing lives, and people loved it, so I guess people really like the honesty that we put into it.
To that point, I presume that there's others that don't know this, because I'm ignorant of how exactly does the spirit box work. Could you explain that a little?
Sure. So, like, try to imagine like your older radio with the tuner knob. I don't know if you ever used to play with it, and you turn it real fast, and you hear like the white noise. Like, well, people say that spirits can communicate through that. So, what the spirit box does is it can it can do that tuning automatically. It can go backwards, forwards, AM, FM. It can go slow, fast, and a lot of people don't like it. But like, I don't know. Like, I've gotten like I say, "Hey, what's my name?" Eric, like right on cue. I gotten that like at a place that I frequent. Um, like I get like fuck and curse words. Like, how's that going to get through the FCC? Because I know because I have a radio show that's FCC regulated. So I don't know. Like I've gotten some things that will blow your mind away from the spirit box, so I can't discount it.
And it's working on a AM or FM signal.
Yeah, there's some that will
Uh-huh.
can sweep both channels at the same time. It's called the
Interesting.
SP11, Spirit Box SP11. But to tell you the truth, I like to keep it simple. Just have it go through one station. That's what works best for me.
That's actually the spirit box I got. What did I say? Actually, I think I got it from people that you were associated with at one point.
The Ghost
I
Hunter
was telling
store.
you- yeah. I was like, yo, I bought my spirit box from this.
Well, they're our sponsor. So if anyone wants to buy paranormal equipment, I got a discount code for that.
I wish I would have known you then.
It's Ghost Gone Wild. So you'll remember it by me saying it's not Girls Gone Wild, it's Ghost Gone Wild. So you'll get that discount off your purchases at the Ghost Hunter store.
When you were at this place, I know you said like you saw pentagrams and stuff. Was there anything that you came across that was like a little bit more like kind of like specific? I don't even know if you'd even know if you were looking at it, but like any of the symbols?
No, I'm still like scrolling, trying to find that room that had all the I had a good shot of that, so I could show it to you guys. Now I've seen stuff that
So you should let me look at
maybe
some.
you guys can figure it out. Like, so there's sorry to change the subject, but there's an other place where we found people dabbling in the occult. That's at Pinewood Cemetery in Miami. It's the oldest cemetery in Miami. And Miami is new compared to the rest of the U.S. I think it was established in 1890 or 1896, but it's the oldest cemetery. They even have like a couple Confederate soldiers buried there. And I used to do these shows for Univision. It's a Latin TV network down there. So we decided to go film at that cemetery, and I just saw some weird shit there. I can't explain. I mean, I saw these like mason jars. I don't know what was inside it, but it looked like it was vomit, or it looked like it was like a mashed up brain. I don't know what it was, and they were like strategically placed in the cemetery. And then there was this one memorial that it's not like a headstone, but it's shaped like in a square, like a box, and it almost has like a little roof on top of it with two holes. It has holes on each side of it, and it's maybe like about 3 feet high, 2 feet wide. And we were looking in the holes, and there were like these pictures of women that were partially burned, like someone said, but they weren't. But you can still see their face, but they were burned around the edges. So I thought that was weird.
Those jaws. What did you say they looked like again? It was just like mushed up stuff.
It looked like it was a vomit or something. It's disgusting. I don't know what it was.
I guess yeah. For
That's the first thing. Like someone
a
puked
root
up
jaw, but
something.
it doesn't look like vomit unless they're like fucking years old and maybe deteriorated.
Was
No,
it more
it
than
was
one?
like it looked fresh. Like it looked like, I don't know. I want to say like maybe like mashed up brain or something like that. I don't know. It just looked nasty.
How many mason jars did you say?
There were like 3 of them there, and they were all in like one section where the headstones were. But those pictures were in a completely different area.
Did it look like they were being deliberate with their placement of where these jars were, like around something in the middle, or?
Well,
Yeah.
there was like sort of in the middle. I remember there was a child that was buried there because we were trying to get communication with. We got what's called a boo bear that senses EMF and has a REM built into it.
That sounds like a. You got the triangle, which they use for projection. So you're going to be doing a summoning ritual into the triangle.
Yeah.
And
Why would
you're
they
doing
use
that.
something like that? You think it was like a piece of like animal or something?
Could be. It could be a lot of things. But in terms of the placement around a child's grave, it sounds like it was attempted necromancy, to be quite honest.
Weird shit, yeah.
All right. I got some pictures. How about that?
All right.
Okay. So let me share my screen again. So this is the room that I said that was sealed off. And the only way to get into it was through a window that they cut through. So let me show you that one. Actually, let me start. I got a bunch of pictures. This is going to be cool. Okay. So by the way, there, you know how they got the rockets to this location in the Everglades? They
No,
dredged a canal that goes all the way out to Biscayne Bay, which leads out to the Atlantic. So they would bring these rockets laying on these barges down these canals. All right, let me share my screen and I'll show you.
Did you notice any mounds around there? Like
No,
shell
no.
middens?
damn.
No, not that particular area.
You've noticed mounds at other places though?
Oh yeah, I know a bunch of those. Yeah, sure.
Is that a thing that's like known in the paranormal?
Here's our friend.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Mr. Crowley.
Dun, dun, dun.
So this is the canal. They came down on barges down these canals.
So these are like the Saturn V rockets?
I don't know exactly, but it was, I
That's-
believe it was during the 50s, towards the 60s, maybe.
Do you remember
this is the
when
one-
they closed the site down?
Say that again.
I'm sorry. Do you remember when they closed the site down?
I believe in the early 60s. It was right after the cold. I think it's like right after the Cold War. Oh, it was when they changed what they were using for rocket fuel. I think they
Dry fuel, maybe.
Yeah, they went from liquid to dry, right? Is that
I
how it
think
was? Yeah,
That time
they were
period is
doing
possible.
liquid fuel there, and then when they switched over, they shut it down.
Solid,
And, you know, like
solid,
and you,
solid.
yeah, and you know the
Well-
government, they leave everything behind.
That
But,
was
like-
Jack's big contribution was the transfer from solid to liquid state rocket fuel. So that was his big scientific thing as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was like
And
a
you remember the silo with the rocket still in it? That's the silo right there. Before they covered it. That's pretty cool, right? That's still out there. They got amazing graffiti.
Yeah. Wow.
Right? So this is the room. So I'm standing in front of the door that's welded shut, and then this window goes to the outside, and then this is the room next door. So I crawled through this, and like I don't know what that symbol is. Sold to the
That's
devil.
the satanic cross. That's the
She was-
satanic cross right there above the
she-
666.
So yeah, but the Satanic Church.
She was only 9, and there's
What's the
like
name of
don't
it?
It is
Thank
that is isn't it like sulfur? Something associated with that actually.
Well, I think there's actually a name for the satanic cross. It's I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah, I know it goes back to something else actually. It's an alchemical symbol.
Could
Like
it be
Typhonian
any more
cross or
solid?
It wasn't something they made up. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
No,
then-
they combine two symbols.
And then here in this section, you can't see it, but there's like a mattress, like someone was like spending time there.
Ooh.
It's called the
Uh,
Leviathan cross. Leviathan cross, yeah.
The Leviathan is the wicked sea monster, the devilish sea monster, right?
Oh,
Right.
interesting. It says
That's
Sacrificio Erum. They had a like
So
Latin,
Latin?
shit. They had
Yeah.
Latin like terminology, even out on the road, like on your way over there. Something in the effect of you need to turn around now or something like that.
Under the cross, I believe it says Sacrificio Orum or Corum.
Yeah. Orum. EORUM looks like.
That's an E, yeah. Is that gold? No. Is Orem gold? No. I don't know. What
That
it
was
is,
an E. Can you zoom in at all on that one? There's a circle behind the cross. Yeah. Oh, that's another 666.
This
Is that
here?
a face? No. Up a little bit. Over to the left. There's like a face sort of pointing at the cross with like sixes.
Oh
for eyes.
yeah, like I don't know what that is.
That's interesting.
Orem means
Like what's
the
this?
Sold
sorry.
to the devil.
She was only 9.
Yikes.
So I had to crawl through here to get in this room. That was the only way
Yeah.
in.
And someone
See you.
obviously built that wooden frame. That's super odd.
Yeah, like why? Like, so they were doing shit there, like
Yeah,
just
right.
like
the
to
hell?
make that there. You got to remember again, 3 miles out. The only way to get there is by bike, or unless they had a motorcycle. I don't know.
Somebody there was
That's-
somebody was there at 8:13. 8:13. That's interesting.
And then let's see. This is like the hallways. This is another building. Down this hallway, I hear disembodied voices. I heard a woman screaming. Another time I was with Franny. We were talking and someone shushed us.
Ironically, the
Yeah,
places with the most graffiti would probably be the least haunted, because why would anybody stick around if they've got all this haunted shit going around them all the time?
Yeah. Unless they did it during the day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
But
probably
like
did.
there's nothing here sinister as you see here. But the graffiti's amazing. But yeah, this is where I got in disembodied voices and EVPs.
Go to the one above it a little bit.
That's one of the buildings on the outside.
Oh shit, that's big.
Yeah. Man, I would love to trespass here.
Yeah, right.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another room. This is the one where I blanked out.
Jeez. Fuck.
This number is 666.
That was definitely fitting for this room. So
We got EVPs going on. EVPs in the
Like, how'd you
building.
get that audio from that picture? Damn it.
You got 2 pentagrams with the 666 and then 4 ones around it, and then another pentagram upside down.
They're like a
upside
Taurus.
across.
What do the ones
What are
mean?
the-
Which one?
Is that a 1 or is that something else? This right here.
Oh. Yo, I wonder if that's almost like
Aleph?
yeah, that or some sort of
Yod.
what is that writing too? Are you
Yo.
Ogum? No, that's not Ogum.
it was that shit that was on that like Ouija Mac album cover. I was talking it's the only thing I can remember. It's like Sumerian Babylon where they would use almost looks like a golf tip to make like
Oh, right. That's cuneiform.
yeah.
In the picture before that, there was, I believe, Dennis the Menace, and one of the graffiti pieces was Alfred E. Newman. It's funny.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
I mean-
This one's really cool. I like that one.
It's really good.
So interesting. You can see all the different time periods of the culture that it was
Right? Well,
existing
26.
in.
The one with The Exorcist, that one's gone. Someone painted over that one. So sad.
There's some wild stuff in there.
We got Satan in the spirit box in that room. Here's another shot of that room. That's at night.
A little
Randy. She was our sacrificial lamb.
oh,
This teeth.
oh nice.
Yeah.
I like that one actually right there, the whole overhead of that area.
I don't think that's
The next one right there, yeah.
that's just part of it right there. It goes further that way, and there's more buildings like this. So let's see here.
So is
that
that a
building?
long
This is the building where all the satanic shit. This is the one. There's one that goes further that way that I was telling you about, the Dora Beanie Babies. Let me see if I got another picture of that.
That's a good picture. Would you use a drone?
No, this. Remember I told you there's like a
Oh,
ramp, like where
yeah.
the rockets were. I'm standing on top of it. Actually, if I zoom in it, you can probably see it in this building. Let me see. Can I zoom? Like right here, you see that? That's like a ramp.
Yeah, I see what you said.
Can't zoom into that.
I get it though. I see it.
Um, yeah, that's pretty
Can
wild.
we hear the clip with the voices? Is that right there? Again, I hear it again, rather.
I don't. I would have to send it to Nick.
Oh, sorry. No. Wait, did you mention already? You said
Got to
that it
worry about this kind of shit out there.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, and in the video on the episode, Python Calby had a GoPro, and he has the video of the alligator taking it and spitting it out.
No.
Oh
You got
shit.
to worry about these. You got to worry about these.
Fuck.
Did you mention, you said earlier in the beginning, the relationship of Crowley with the site? Did you mention that?
No, Jack Parsons, and then Jack
Oh,
Parsons' relationship
sorry.
with Crowley.
Sorry.
Yeah, a little. When are you guys coming down to South Florida? Just kidding.
Is that a second What Me Worry or a second Newman? Or the same one?
Oh, that's the same one.
Oh, it looks so different with the
That's
lighting.
Mr. Magoo.
That's cool.
When have you seen Mr. Magoo anywhere, right? That's so old. Yeah, like weird, like
It's let me go.
like a circuitry box. I don't know what that was used for though. It's really weird. Let's see if I got another video.
If you can't find anything, don't go too crazy.
I wonder. It makes me think of the "What Me Worry" slogan,
Right?
being related to the "Do as Thou Will" in some form or another.
That's funny. Yeah. What was that guy's name again? That
Alfred E. Newman.
yeah,
Alfred
that's-
E. Newman. And that's just probably like a quarter of the place. But the thing is, it's so active. Like it never really wanted me. I never really had time to venture out anywhere else.
I'd be going into every one of those things. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it takes a lot of time. I mean,
I
I'll
can
have to go
imagine.
back and check out the other ones. But then I'm like, damn, I want to go back to that Satan room again, see what happens.
When you go back, let me know. I'll meet you down there.
Yeah,
What do
man.
you think about a Christmas camping trip?
There you go. We can camp out there.
Yeah, I'll do the
Right
Star
there in the
Room.
Everglades. Yeah.
Yo, dude.
We can glamp it.
If
We'll
you can
get air
get your equipment
conditioning
out
and an
there,
RV.
right?
Oh, I can show you a bunch of cool places. You got
You think you could do an invoking ritual to actually stir shit up?
Hell yeah.
I've thought of it.
We got to try it.
I'm down.
I'll make sure that I bring my
He's got Florida water.
My holy water. from
Have you
St.
ever heard of
Andrews.
Florida water?
Yeah. Oh, I got something stronger in that. You know what the name of it's called?
Everclear?
I was gonna say alcohol.
NOPE. Nope.
What is it about Florida that makes there be so many paranormal high strangeness? Have you ever? I mean, am I out of line in asking that maybe all places have some kind of things going on? But
I think a lot of people don't really know about it, and there's so many influences in different cultures. But I think, even up north, there's like culture as well. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's just a lot of history here. I mean, you got the mounds, you got stuff that goes back prehistoric. I mean, going back
Bermuda
to the Triangle. Bermuda Triangle. There you go. Oh, and we do get frequented. I mean, has been a lot of sightings of UFOs in this area, especially near the Everglades. There's been a lot of sightings of the Tic Tac UFOs out
The
there.
Bet Sphere, you mean?
Is that what you call it?
No, the Bet Sphere was exactly like these Tic Tacs, right? And that was founded in the 1970s by this family called the Betts family. And they actually had one of these spheres that would like vibrate when you played music. It was really strange.
Oh, really?
The Army was looking into taking it. And that was in Florida as well, right near the Tic Tac sighting. So whatever's going on, like a drone factory underwater or something.
Well, look at
Kind of interesting.
There's stories at the Skyway Bridge in Tampa that, what do you call them? Not UFOs, but
USOs.
USOs. Yeah, that there's a lot of them. People have seen them go underneath the bridge. Even Lake Okeechobee, in by Florida as well. Actually, we did an episode there thinking we were going to investigate the paranormal, and we didn't. We did the Delco experiment, and everything I said led to UFOs, talking about lights and all kinds of crazy shit. And we weren't expecting that, so that was pretty wild. Britt Barbieri's in that episode, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta hit her up.
It's another kind of example of how they kind of the different aspects of the paranormal coincide. Like you're expecting one version, but there was another.
Yeah, look at it. We use the spirit box. I'm really bad with history, but someone created that device to communicate with UFOs originally. That's what it was used for.
What if UFOs are just a different kind of haunting?
Right? That's what people believe. It could be related. Maybe I'm not talking to ghosts. Maybe I'm talking to UFOs. And they're fucking with me.
Well, let's say that it's all sort of a plasma, right? Like it's sort of a projection, and our brains or our consciousness is interacting with this sort of like live action hallucination that we're sort of given.
And you know what? It's like some people say they travel through different dimensions, and when you die, I believe you go into another dimension. Why couldn't it be that? I'm Christian. But maybe the Star of David wasn't a star. Maybe it was a UFO. Maybe the three wise men's. I don't know. You can think of all crazy shit.
Right.
And it's like maybe too that these interdimensional energies are trying to communicate with us and show us something, and they don't know how. Somehow or another, the only way they can
tell us
is
to
through
stop fucking up
these
our
different
planet.
energies.
Look at
that
this massive
we're looking.
hurricane. Right?
Like there's all kinds of religious hallucinations that go along the same lines, and it seems like it changes with time. So like people back in the day would be seeing wheels within wheels, and then today we see UFOs.
That is a good point too. Yeah. How you even how you even look at stuff
Right.
at the times? Yeah.
Right.
There's me doing the Delco.
I guess a big theme in the 60s and 70s, early in the UFO phenomena, if you will, modern version of it, there were often these messages, like, as you said, Eric, to stop messing up our planet.
Yeah, I truly believe that. I mean, man, I got a lot of like when it comes to like ghost and paranormal and haunted locations, that's a lot on my plate. And like putting UFOs on there, like why wouldn't you? But it's just like I don't know. I mean, why couldn't that correlate together? We won't know till we're dead, right?
Right.
If we're lucky.
And I'm gonna come back and haunt your asses.
That's
All you need is a recorder and a spare box.
You got to
I'll be
figure out how to do that here so that you can be a more effective ghost on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I can come back on your podcast as a
As a
spirit,
ghost.
and you just like I don't know, show an image of me and I talk.
Right.
I run you through a ghost box, spirit box.
Right there, you
go. Is there anything moving forward? Is there anything that you like? I guess maybe wanted to promote, or anything coming up, or is there anything else you wanted to add about this before we wrap it up?
Yeah, well, I'm wrapping up all my events, so this is the last week. Just be on the lookout for new ones starting the beginning of next year. So I'll be posting that. And also, Mike and I are working really hard on season 4 of the Haunted Files, and that's going to come out in January. And we're going to have some amazing guests. You'll see some faces that look familiar that you've seen on your shows, and some amazing haunted locations. So yeah, check it out. Check out my show, The Haunted Files, on Paraflix. And just remember to use The Haunted Files 25. And if you like paranormal and crazy stuff and the unknown, and you're tired of seeing the same old shit on Travel and Discovery Plus, just check them out. You get a 3-day free trial. You could do it this weekend, and you can binge watch my show. How about that?
It's funny.
You heard me, Nick?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Travel Chat. Is that the one that Zach is on?
Yeah, Ghost Adventures.
Doesn't he pretty much control every single person that's on that channel that's paranormal?
Yeah. Well, he is the only one that has new shows coming out, right?
It was interesting. At this last event, I was talking to somebody. I mentioned his name. It was somebody who's actually around since like Ghost Hunters and was on TV like with them and was friends with them. And he even says it's rather impressive what he's done, but it's actually a real scumbag way he did it.
Well, you know what?
Like
You know
basically monopolized the fucking.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched him from the beginning, and I think he veered off a little bit. But he's a smart businessman, and he's he's a documentary maker, which separates him from everyone else because he's an expert in that field, and he knows how to draw people in with his shows.
Well, it's impressive.
Really
enough.
good at that. So I can't say bad about that.
Doesn't even go out to some of them, and people still watch the show. That's impressive.
Yeah,
that's one thing I noticed. I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker's not even going in half the shows. He just sits in a chair and tells them what to do." I'm like, "This fucking guy's got it made."
I know. I need that job.
Yeah, right. All right. So let everybody know where they can find all your stuff again.
Okay, so you can find the Haunted Files streaming on Paraflix on your smart TV, Roku, Apple TV, or you can go and upload the app on your phone, paraflix.com, and we also have the Haunted Files on Facebook, Instagram, and also we're relaunching our show, naming it. It was formerly War Party Paranormal Radio Show. Starting this coming Monday, we're relaunching it, and it's going to be the Haunted Files Unplugged.
It's Monday.
And I'm crossing my fingers, but we're going to have an OG on the show of the paranormal, working on that. And I got an amazing backup. So we're gonna like also try to do what you're doing, Nick. We want to try to dabble into talking about some dark shit and
Yeah, let me know when
strange
you wanna
shit.
come on.
Yeah. I get all you guys on here.
Oh, that could be wild. That'd be fun. Yeah, definitely. If any links that you want me to share and stuff, please send it over. I may not have
Okay,
actually
cool.
anything in there. But yeah.
Oh, and on Instagram, you can follow me as Ghost Hunter of South Florida. The same on TikTok. Facebook is just my name, Eric Vanderlaan. My Ghost Hunter South Florida on Facebook, and YouTube isn't active because I'm busy with the other stuff.
Yes. And you are active on Instagram. Or at least you answered me over there.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and if you do need help in the paranormal, reach out to me. I won't charge a dime. No one ever should. And you're local, and I'll be more than happy to help you out.
that's what's up. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah. So definitely check this man out if you got some crazy shit going on in your house. I want to hear about it. I'll leave all the links on the bottom for you. I'll add them in after the show and when the audio drops. I'm probably gonna drop this around Halloween time. So I'll make sure all the links are in there as well.
Oh, sweet.
Hell yeah, yeah. I figured it'd be perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, the weekend after Halloween, I think I'll drop it.
Awesome.
And again, thank you.
Oh, real quick, around
yes,
that
sure.
time, another streaming platform called Scare TV Network. He's going to be Billy Lewis. He's going to be dropping an episode coming, I believe, November 1st, and Franny and I are in it. And it's a Smallwood General Store, which is out in Chokoloskee, Florida, in the middle of the Everglades. Where I just want to say, paranormal serial killer type deal. Check it out.
Oh, nice. Yes, and she'll actually be coming on the show. I've messaged her to try to book her eventually now. So
Oh, awesome.
get her on the show too. Probably within a few weeks. People.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, nice. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I told you both. I wanted to get you on. You both got your separate stuff anyway, so very interesting.
Yeah. Well, we investigate together as well. I mean, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. She goes wherever I go wherever she goes.
Yeah.
I'm lucky like that. Can't find women that would want to do the same shit, especially what I do out in the field.
Yeah.
And that's pretty good looking as well.
You're funny. Oh yeah, you can pat yourself on the back. Sorry, go for it.
It's not all looks. She's more. She's listening.
Oh, that was sweet. Yeah, you can tell he really likes it. Yeah, all right. So real quick, too, let everybody else wrap it up. Ethan, sir, please let everybody know where they can find all your amazing work and your books. Your books.
Thank you so much, Nick, Headless, Eric. That was awesome. Thank you for sharing all your experiences and insights. I'm easy to find on all the social media, and I appreciate anyone who reaches out to communicate. And yeah, so please support my books. Check out the Geometry of Energy if you're into meditation and so forth. And I got a bunch. And again, appreciate you guys.
I'll check it out for sure because I'm all about that.
Nice.
Thank you.
Tomorrow night, if Ethan can make it, I put him on the spot, but we do have a guy coming on for sake geometry. So maybe if Ethan makes it, we can get to
What time?
Do a little bit of his thing again. I think it's at 7:30 p.m. EST tomorrow.
Oh, I'll be investigating the Deering Estate in Miami.
Nice. Actually, you know who I have coming on? Leon Boski, Boski, whatever his name. Boski, the guy he had a booth there too. He was the guy who was doing the numerology, kind of like over in the corner a little bit. Yeah, he had the booth with.
I saw his face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the gray hair, beard, older guy. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when I'll send it to you when after he comes on. I'm pretty sure you'll remember the dude. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep. Another person from that from Charlie's what was it? Charlie's Beyond Belief. Yeah, that was another thing too.
Okay.
That's how I met Eric too. I met him at that event. So he had the booth next to me.
Oh, dude, when you come down for the next one, we'll set something up.
Hell yeah.
How about that?
Definitely. That would be badass. That'll be fun. Yeah, and at that time, I'll make sure I'm like sending somebody else down with me too. So
yeah, for sure. I'll find a location nearby there. There are actually a few.
Be checking Headless with me this time.
We're bringing our spleefs.
All right, and Headless, real quick, let everybody know where they can find you as well, sir.
Well, you can find me on Twitter and on Instagram, Headless Giant. And if you're watching my videos, that would be greatly appreciated on YouTube. So check those out as well. And if you have any strange or interesting emails about a dream or some sort of occult experience you've had, send it to the Headless Giant Podcast at gmail.com, and we will read those on Thursday. And when you send me an email, give me your address, and Nick will give you stickers. Ado.
Yes. Very good. Yes. Definitely check out again the Trialogue and his new Alchemy show coming up with Eros Up, which is looking forward to that, man. For real. Thank you all again for coming on again, Eric. That was it was awesome. That's so amazing that you get to go there. I'm very jealous. Hopefully, maybe one day in the future we'll both meet each other there. It'd be some wild shit, I'm sure.
We'll do it.
Hell yeah, it'll be fun.
We'll do a ritual type shit.
Yeah, that's gummies. We'll be all set.
It's in gummies. There you go.
Yeah. All right.
I'll bring Stacey Brown with me. Things will get real crazy.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Can't wait.
All right. So, everybody in the chat, thank you. That's what's up. I appreciate it. That's why we go live. And that is the end of another Occult Rejects. And until the next one, everybody be well. Later.